I'm just another trouble. You told me not to come on the boat.
Good night, kid.
Good night.
Ah, that's what everybody thinks who's never been there.
Skipper, believe it or not, there's a little calm. What?
A little... How little?
The treasure of the island!
In the evening, ain't we got fun? Life is sunny, oh my honey, ain't we got fun? We never worry, no reason to fuss. We never hurry, take it easy, that's all.
Okay, let it go!
Hurry to December, ain't we got fun? Only good times to remember, oh boy, what fun. In the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? In the morning, in the evening, ain't we got fun? Life is sunny, oh honey.
Run! Run!
Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. He can't hurt us. He can't get in here.
The cat! Lights out!
All clear. The cat's gone. Come on out, fellas. Hey, where is everybody? Huh?
What's the rush? I'm not going to hurt you. Look what I've got for you. Later. Listen, you can have all the cheese you want if you cut the voice. Oh, understand? Okay. There. That's better. Now get going!
That catty done told me out there in the kitchen.
That catty done told you what?
Oh, he's come here to save us and not to enslave us.
That cat's a rat just the same.
Oh, no, kids.
That cat is a two-face, a treacherous thing who'll leave us to sing the blues tonight.
Please take my advice and don't be naughty mice. Appease him,
Or he'll get offended.
he wants to protect us from the ones who wrecked us. Please him.
He wants to protect us.
That's what I've been saying.
Gee, that'll be fine.
Then hurry and sign a truce and don't fight.
Did you ever have a feeling that you wanted something, but you didn't know what it was?
Yeah, oh sure. I always get that feeling too.
I know. I want a nice, fat, tender mouse.
Yes, sir. One nice fat tender mouse.
Look at them run.
You're a nice, fat, tender mouse. You'll do.
Shock.
Grit your teeth. Show some fight in the stuff that you're made of. Remember to never say die.
We'll do more than that. Let's get rid of that cat.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye!
We did it before and we can do it again, and we will do it again. We've got a heck of a job to do, but you can bet we can see it through. We did it before and we can do it again, and we will do it again. We're one for all and we're all for one. They'll get a licking before we're done. Millions of voices are ringing, singing as we march along. We did it before and we can do it again, and we will do it again. We'll knock them over and then we'll get the giant back to friend. We did it before, we'll do it again.
Now listen, men. To make us out of a guy, you better leave a socket touching up the sub, see? And remember, above all, to Adenobadirajibo, Reckonum Fosco, Fanny Schnipperidel, and a Filicadusha. You got that? Okay.
We did it before. We did it again.
We do it.
I say there are things better left unsolved.
Who knows what waits for us in nature's no man's land?
beast from 20,000 fathoms.
Herald Square, 34th Street, Broadway. Every section of the city is guarded. No one knows where the monster will strike next.
Another one, Colonel?
No. You know what the radioactive isotope is?
No, but if it can be loaded, I can fire it.
I'll load it. Just remember one thing. This is the only isotope of its kind this side of Oak Ridge, so you can't miss.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Scream Stream. I am your host, Spakenstein. I'm joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
It's me, Evan.
And joining us on the reg now, Mr. Fresh Rogan. How are we doing tonight, Fresh?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I love the understated, keeping it cool, keeping it. Versus Evan coming in over here, mamma mia, and then
we gotta read you all the bits we missed yesterday.
Right.
Spicy meatball.
We will need a fresh cam at some point, and I'm loving. We got Sweet Feet in the house, we got S Sync in the house, in the chat. We love it. We love to see you guys. So happy y'all can be joining us because tonight's public domain horror film, which we are bringing to you, is a cult classic because it could be classified as one of those films which, again, I don't like so bad it's good. Yeah, come on, Fresh. At least
I'm not wearing a ski mask.
Come on, it would be easy to wear a ski mask. It would take all the edge off. Ski mask and sunglasses, and you're golden. Come on.
Yeah, it defeats the whole point of the cam. Yeah, let's do that and then put the cam on. Perfect.
There we go. Boom. What's holding you back at that point? I
never thought about it like that.
Right, exactly. Because, hey, it doesn't even matter if we can see your face. It's more about your hand gestures. Because as you can see here I am, gesturing my hands. You can see that.
We need a hand cam.
We really do.
So he can just talk with his hands.
Just
a hand.
Cam. Well, its optics there might be a little strange, but, nothing sexual. This is for hand gestures only. Okay, this is not. You make sure
you're a hand puppet.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Put googly eyes on my hand. Yeah, I'll do the Cartman Jennifer Lopez hand.
Yeah, that's the new character that we're going to be interviewing. Yeah, handicam. Yeah, handicam. That's a good one, I think. Yep. Oh my God. Yeah, Fresh. You won't do it.
You're right. I won't. You're right. I like.
He likes the anonymity. Anonymity.
Dude, I do.
I feel that. I respect that. So I won't push it. Obviously.
But I will say that there is a Roger Stone merch store that everyone needs to go to.
Oh my God. So Fresh tried to plug this on the Wednesday minisodes, but Turns out their audio wasn't on for like the first 40 minutes of that stream.
So we have our first bit of lost
So
media.
all the Roger Stone store gold that Fresh was spinning just is lost to the ether, to the sands of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's got a rock that you can buy that he signed with his first name Roger, so then you have a Roger Stone. Isn't that very clever of a felon to do that for you?
But when Fresh told us this, I thought, so it's like a stone that looks like him, like maybe it's got like a white wig,
Nope,
some
just
googly
a rock.
eyes, like
Just
a
a
little
rock.
suit. It's just a rock with some words on it. Fuck, that's not a Roger Stone rock. Give me a rock that looks like Roger
Well,
Stone.
dude, he needs the money. He needs to have no overhead sweep. He needs the money to pay for his legal defense right now.
He's got a sweet photo from when he was arrested.
Right, yeah, he's selling his
For the
mugshot.
low price
I
of
mean, what's-
$20.
I mean,
Hang on, I have it bookmarked here. Let me see what it is.
Fresh has been
yeah,
all-
$20 for the arrest photo.
all over, and if you're new to the show, you know that we're also a current events stream here. Fresh is always bringing us the
freshest events.
The freshest events that you won't find
Freshest
in the mainstream media, only here on the Scream stream. That's where you get your real facts.
Yeah, we'll make a new segment. We'll call it Fresh Air.
Oh, ooh, I like that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Fresh Air. It's all of Fresh's favorite current events of the week. Because God knows there's a lot that fly under my radar.
I think we also missed. My plug for the really sick bottom lip tattoo last
That's
time.
right.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Again,
you gotta have the wave on your bottom lip to let everyone know that you're a surfer, right?
How else will they know?
that you're a surfer, that you went to school at the beach, any number of coastal related, what do you want to
You
call
walk
it?
in, you tell the tattoo parlor, I'll take the number 3, and that's a sign of a good tattoo.
The number
when
3.
it's on the wall.
I'll take the number 3. Just a simple.
Yeah, there's your challenge for the week. Just go into a tattoo parlor and don't even look. Just say, "I'll take the number 3."
I'll take the
just
number
be
3.
Happy with it.
Right. Could be a tramp stamp. Could be could be some kind of symbol.
Could be a butterfly. Could be like
Right.
a lightning bolt.
That's
fun.
That'd be cool. Any
I like
number
it.
of
And if they don't have a number 3, then you're not in a good tattoo shop.
Yep.
It could just be the number 3.
Right, yeah. I imagine if you walked into a tattoo shop and said, "I'll take the number 3," they would just tattoo the number 3 on your arm or so. Where do you want it?
Oh yeah, we like Dell Earnhardt too. Let's go.
Well, I mean, there you go. Honestly, who can 3 for Dale, of course. You gotta honor the man, the myth, the legend, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, not that I watch NASCAR or anything, because I don't. But if you're from where we're from and you don't know about the legendary status of Dale Earnhardt, then you're not really from here.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful what you say around here. You don't want to get called out by a mob.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Here we are talking about the Roger Stone merch.
Roger Stone.
The Roger
Yeah,
Stone
maybe
Stone.
maybe that's what that's really for. It's to call out. It's to throw through the windows of people who don't like NASCAR.
Right. Yeah, I think so. That is what it's for.
Well,
Of course.
it's a historical replica of the stone that
That's
David
right.
used to kill Goliath.
Oh yeah. it was
Quoted from the
some
website,
Stupid
a
bullshit. like that.
historical replica of the stone David used to fight Goliath.
There you go, guys. Check that out. There
The
you go.
Stone
You're welcome
Cold
for the
Tree.
link.
There it is. There you go. I can't believe that you're plugging Roger Stone on my show.
I'm not plugging him. I'm
Yes,
not.
you
I'm
are
not
plugging
saying
him.
goodbye.
You are plugging Roger Stone right now. This is 100%. You're sharing the link. I'm gonna have to
my God,
mod
it's so
you
funny.
out of here with these links. Yeah, no links in the chat, bro.
Shut up, Sweet.
It's banned.
Shut
I
up,
have to get
Sweet.
Sweet Feet as a mod, kick you out. Yeah,
I don't want to
chat.
say. I don't want to say. Okay, all right, Garrett. Next time I'll read the entire link.
Yeah.
HTTP
HTTPS :
//
www. I could, we could keep going, couldn't we? All right, okay. So the main event tonight is a 1959 horror sci-fi film called The Killer Shrews, which this is a giant monster movie. And if you know anything about what a shrew is, it's a type of animal, not necessarily a rodent, but it kind of looks like a rodent. Yes, and in this movie they kill because they're giant. And again, a shrew normally is like that big, something like that. In this case, it's about the size of my dog Charlie. And if you know anything about
Garrett's dog Charlie,
anything about my dog Charlie, it's like, whoa, it's big. That's
So accessible. Yeah, if you know Garrett's dog Charlie, then you know.
Then if you saw a shrew that size, you'd be like, whoa, that's a giant
Damn,
shrew.
that's a big
I hope it
shrew.
isn't also a killer shrew. And in this case, it is. So, so we're gonna be watching The Killer Shrews. It is a regional film that was shot in Texas by some indie filmmakers. It's an independent film. So,
well, I think it's just how big they are in Texas. You know what they say.
Well,
everything's bigger.
The Texas Shrew was the working title when they were making it.
Right, exactly. And that just didn't have the same ring to it for horror audiences. So we got to get the word killer in there. Texas, and again, I mean, giant is relative here because, again, we're also going to be talking about giant monster movies tonight. And if you were watching the pre-roll, you saw some trailers for giant monster movies.
You saw The
and
Beast.
They're giant. They're like as big as buildings.
The
Here,
Beast.
Wait. Are you saying that when you say giant monster movies, are you saying that the monsters are giant or the movie is giant?
Both.
Okay, gotcha.
Because initially giant monster movies. Again, the most famous kind of the one that set the. It's more of a prototype than set off the trend because there weren't many that came immediately after it. But King Kong in 1933, that was a big budget movie, and once you got more of those kind of movies in the 50s, it was stop motion, and it was these mostly studios and big studio money financing these kind of movies. So
when you went to the theater, you had to sit like super far away from the screen so you could see the whole thing because the movie was so big.
Exactly, that's great. Well, again, this is the day of like 70 widescreen panorama Vista Vision Deluxe. They'd have these like giant screens, but again, those were for really big movies. This is certainly giant monster movies aren't always that big, and tonight's film is very small. Again, this is from a small little group of filmmakers that had some connections in Hollywood. So we'll talk about that. That'll be a lot of fun to get into, and I haven't seen this movie before, and it's again, so that's always a treat, and it's always fun for me to see something new. And it's really cheesy. It's got a bad reputation, but I'm sure we'll have fun with it. Yeah. So, as always, Evan brings us a drink every week, a wonderful cocktail for our weekly segment, which is called
What Were You Drinking?
What were you drinking, Evan?
So, as we all know, things are more fun when we mix them up. So we're going to have a fun mixed drink tonight. Tonight's mixed drink is the Mouse Trap. I don't know if is that too much of a stretch?
Yeah, because a shrew and a mouse
and there's no shrew trap.
I guess I read that a shrew is kind of more closer to like maybe a hedgehog than it is like a mouse.
So maybe we'll
we should have had a Sonic themed drink.
I'll be honest, I thought about it.
Okay, that would have been interesting. Giant Killer Sonic. There you go. The Killer Sonic. The Killer Hedgehog. Wait, Monty Python did that, didn't they? Spiny Norman, the giant hedgehog. That was, well, he was a figment of an imagination. That's a whole sketch comedy thing. I don't need to get into. That's sketch comedy history. That's a different stream.
Right. So the mousetrap, if you'd like to follow along at home, is made with 1.5 shot of triple sec, 2 ounces of vodka, 2 ounces of orange juice. Mix that up, shake it up, strain into a glass, stir in some 7-Up or Sprite, and then layer a little bit of grenadine onto that. So you end up with this fun, it almost looks like kind of a tequila sunrise, I think. You've got a, it's really full, but you got the nice little kind of layered color look to it.
Ooh, I like it. Like a little blood.
Yeah, it looks a little bloody. It looks like a rodent fell into our glass and died. So
nice.
We're gonna see how this tastes. Take that. It's really full.
Thank you. Man, full pour tonight.
Yeah, full pour.
Struggling not to spill it.
Full pour.
And I'll tell you, I was doing a lot of spilling last weekend, so I don't need to.
So we're gonna very carefully. Cheers, everyone. If everyone's
Cheers,
ready
everybody.
at home.
Clink.
It's refreshing.
That's refreshing. That's
it
pretty
really
solid.
is. It's the alcohol is not too strong or overpowering.
Yeah. I couldn't I think I was supposed to add a little more Sprite, but I couldn't fit it. So that's why I had to go tall on the pour.
Okay.
But it kind of does taste like a Mai Tai, honestly.
Mai Tai? Was it? That's a there's a stupid quote. Stupid quote from Office Space that I was gonna quote. Can't remember it. But it was about a Mai Tai.
Yeah, it's light, it's sweet. It's a good summer drink. And here we are. Coming into summer.
In the thick of it right now.
This is a big weekend, man. We've got Father's Day, we've got Juneteenth, we've got the solstice, which means summer is here. So,
Jesus.
Put on your pagan hats,
Juned
everyone.
up right now.
We can celebrate the solstice.
And it's already been so fucking hot, dude.
Yeah.
And it's not even officially summer yet, which is, where we're at. There's been a heat wave. Now we're having storms, pretty much in the thick of it. So, but hey, I love it. It's my busy season. Summer's always been my busy season.
Summer's when I make my summer money.
The summer dollars.
Summer dollars.
As the mayor in Jaws / Bush McKenzie from Poogles would say. Yeah, this is really good. And I'm interested to see, I guess you were only able to get a little bit of Sprite.
If I win, I mix another of these. I'll probably go a little shorter on the pour, just so we can fit a little more Sprite in there, get it a little more fizzy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
A little more codeine.
Yeah.
Once I get past the Sprite and just to the alcohol and the orange juice, that'll be.
It should be. Fun. I stirred it up a little bit,
okay,
so
good,
it should be
good.
I think the only thing that's really layered is the grenadine, but it all sank to the bottom, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to. But
I think so. I mean,
I've always seen grenadine kind of sink because it's heavy. I think that's the idea.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I was trying to find a picture of it at the top and for our graphic for the drink, and I could not. It was all at the bottom, so I was like, I guess it's just supposed to, that's
got a high specific gravity.
Right. Well, it is syrup, so
you need to carbonate your grenadine so it floats.
Carbonated grenadine. Ugh.
Delicious.
Well, this drink is very good. The Mousetrap. If you're joining us at home, which I imagine you didn't pre-make your wife a drink, Mr. Sink.
I should have. Yeah. It would have been a little old, though, at this point. It would have been sitting out for about an hour.
Not fresh.
Not fresh.
Not fresh.
Yeah, not me.
Not you at all. Not one bit.
I am not a drink.
No. I don't believe that you are.
But
I don't appear to be a drink.
I will say there are enough leftover ingredients from previous week's drinks that, you want to go into the backlog. Oh, we've had plenty of other delicious drinks.
And they have been wonderful. We've had some very good ones. One that I would definitely recommend if you're, in the thick of the summer, you're looking for something to cool you off. What was it? We had it for the 8-man, the Dirty Banana.
Yeah,
I think it was
frozen. Yeah,
frozen drink. Perfect for that really hot, sticky summer day, which we've had a lot of lately. Well, no.
Just not the same.
It's not the same. She can't participate along.
Yeah, do that.
There you go.
Just do.
Do that. Yeah, do that.
Jesus
you
won't. You won't chug the 99 bananas.
We're just bad influences here on this stream. That's all we are. What can I say? We're just here.
Dude, I know.
Yeah, we need a disclaimer. Drink responsibly. Don't chug an entire bottle of 99 bananas.
There you go. There's a disclaimer for the night.
Boozy wife, bougie life.
I know. Bougie. I like it. I'm writing this down. I'm putting this in my next verse.
Yeah.
I feel like we lost a lot of that in the 40 minutes on Wednesday. I feel like y'all were spitting fire, and we lost a lot of it.
That's how it happens, man. When you're thinking of a good bar in the shower, and then you get out, you forget it. It happens. You lose a lot of the good stuff.
Just down the drain.
What are you gonna do?
TM. Trademark.
Just think of more amazing good bars.
Oh, we got Sylar in the mix.
Fatness. That is true.
Sylar's in the house. Yeah, my
still incredibly fat.
Are you sure you're not talking about yours, Sylar? No, I'm not going to fat shame anybody here. I don't throw shade even at you, Sylar, on the stream. Just in person to your face will I call you fat. But here on the stream, I respect your freedom to call me fat. And no, you can't trademark that.
Yeah, hell yeah. On this stream, we support freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, we support freedom of speech on this stream right here.
Mm-hmm.
In person, you can get it. Pause. Sweet. Yes, Alan, in person, you could just get it, dude. You could get it right here.
I mean, what is the chat for if not to get everybody riled up? Get it, let's. Here we go.
Bully our host a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, I'm here for it. This is the bully pulpit, right? It's for me to get bullied by the chat.
Yo.
Hey.
This stream is either true or false. The way we be bullying.
Oh my god. Fire.
Wow.
Straight fire.
You're welcome. You guys are what, dude? I'm really funny.
Dude, no. What? We're all funny, bro. We're so funny.
We're all funny, but I feel like I'm the funniest because when I say something, it gets silent for like 20 seconds. That's humor right there.
Well, hey, I mean, that's why the chat, that's the beauty of the chat is that no, Sylar, that you cannot post links in the chat. It's not Garrett'sFakeFat.org. You cannot do that. You cannot claim that. It's not a thing. What is that, Fresh? What did you just post in the chat? Oh my god.
Really, like true or false?
Well, he said he didn't get it, so I let him know the way we be bullying.
Okay. So
can I make a confession?
Fresh.
Fresh. Whenever you said that earlier, I thought you said bouillon, like bouillon cubes. So that.
Oh. Well,
I was also
doesn't make any sense.
Well, I was also a little confused, but yeah, bouillon. That's That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, well, this stream is either true or false with the way we be bullying.
Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at there. All right.
Like the
Thank you, S-Sync. Thank you.
That was deep. That was a deep cut. Oh, smart. See, these are the things that go over my head. Too smart for me. I'm not
search engine humor.
Not a math guy. Or search. No.
These are cerebral. These are cerebral jokes. I'm right in your prefrontal cortex right now.
Yep. Get out of my brain. Get out of my head. So, again, to get this back on track, to get this show.
What were we here to do again?
What are we here to do? Not to watch public domain horror movies or anything. Certainly not. No, we are watching The Killer Shrews from 1959. It is exactly what it sounds like. Giant killer shrews that are attacking a group of people trapped in a house.
Well, spoilers.
No. Well, I mean, hey. Yeah, I guess so. Just like, I guess the title for the season 1 film that we did, Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter. I guess as much as that's a spoiler, so is The Killer Shrews. You think they're going to kill anybody? I wonder. Huh.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. They're just going to kill, other animals, just foraging, I already spoiled it for Cylon, even though I haven't seen it. I have not seen this.
Future Garrett spoiled it.
Right, future me traveled back to tell Cylon that all the things that happened in this movie. And no, I'm gonna punch you in the face through the camera, Cylon, dude. When people do it by mistake, what am I going to do? You leave out an R, you leave out a T. It is what it is. I got 2 of each. Just, not everybody is smart enough to keep up with both. But I hate that, Fresh. I've never seen that. And it's missing one or the other. Yeah, doesn't.
You're right, yeah.
I was about to step for
it's an adaptation of the Shakespeare, right?
The Taming of the Worsh. Not shrew like shrewish woman. Which is that? I mean, what is that definition of shrew? What would we? Is there? Can somebody get me the Websters on that? Can somebody get me the?
What's get right Webster on the phone?
I have it bookmarked. Have it bookmarked. The Killer Prudes. That's what it is.
A bad-tempered or aggressively assertive woman.
So like a Karen.
Yeah.
Sure. Right.
But I don't understand how they came. They're like, yeah, these women are acting like these small rodents.
An unpleasant, ill-tempered woman characterized by scolding, nagging, and aggression is a comedic stock character in literature and folklore, both Western and Eastern.
Yeah, still not sure how that relates to this tiny mammal.
No.
Yeah, like how did they come upon this term? I'm actually very intrigued over how they decided to start using this term.
Well, it wasn't a part of my research tonight, and that's on me because I'm the first one that should know that this is the etymology stream. We're all about words here on the show, the origins of words, the pronunciation of words, the enunciation of words, all of it, and I didn't cover how the shrew connection. I just,
Did you know that shrews sometimes are venomous?
Ooh, I did not know that. Let's see.
Oh, shit.
Malignant, clamorous, spiteful.
Am I right?
Malignant influence of the animal, which was once believed to have a venomous bite.
Of spiteful person. Traditionally said to derive from some supposed malignant influence of the animal, which was once believed to have a venomous bite and was held in superstitious dread. Ooh, okay. So the animal, the shrew, came first, and
right, yeah. Because like shrew is like derogatory slang.
But their belief is that a shrew, the animal, influences a woman and makes her a spiteful person. Is that one of the... Or it says male or female actually from earlier scenes.
No, I think it's just because people hated the animals so much.
They were like, oh,
These
woman is...
gosh dang shrews eating my crops and nagging at me all the time.
Poisoning my ankles.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to be the one to say... No, I'm just kidding.
Venomous.
They are. You know, they bite you, and then if you don't have the antidote,
and then you just die. Yeah. I've actually heard that before.
If you don't have the anti-venom, then, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, luckily, I think all of us here are equipped with the anti-venom, so I think we'll be safe.
I just imagine them creating the anti-venom the same way they create anti-venom for a snake.
It's the exact same process.
They just extract a bit of venom from the teeth by holding it over.
Hold on now. Easy does it. Oh my god. Yep. Wild.
Perfect.
And I mean, I imagine that for this film, the budget for the shrew wranglers was pretty big. You know, I mean, you gotta have your...
The professional shrew crew.
Yeah.
Well,
again, when you have, you know, not even necessarily giant monster movies, but killer insect movies where they use real insects, it's like there is a whole crew of people that is supposed to make sure that all of those insects, like, get from point A to point B and back into their enclosure, and that they all are alive. And if one of them dies, you know, it's like a whole thing. Like, there is all this, like, thing, like, all these protocols behind using, like, live, you know, bugs, animals, you know, again, spiders, cockroaches, a lot of that stuff. There's a lot of movies, horror movies, that have made use of real critters. This movie does not. And you guys will see. These look nothing like real shrews, but I won't spoil it too much. Before we get into the movie, anything from Evan or Fresh?
Yeah, Garrett, I was gonna ask you if I could have like $40. Running kind of low.
Absolutely.
This week.
You got Venmo, right?
On cash. Yeah, if you could just hit, I need like something, do something. Just
a little something. Just a little something.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see what I can spare, man. You know.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, I'll pay you back, like, but I just need it right now.
Yeah, well, and it's not gonna. You're not gonna try to pay me back in Bitcoin again, right?
No, see, but I'm actually gonna pay you back more because I'm gonna put it into. But I'll have more money than you gave me when I'm done.
Well, that's what you said the last time, and I lost $50. So I don't really want to be in the hole again.
It'll work this time. No, you're not. No, you're good. I'm good for it. I just gotta.
Well, I know.
I'm down 50.
I trust
need to get
you.
back up.
I know you're good for it. I mean, you're always. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess I think I can do that. I can do that. I can do that.
Yeah. Fresh told me about his new line. Fresh told me about his new line of shrew NFTs. They're gonna take off.
Right. That's the next big. The monkeys.
Yeah, don't give it away. Don't give it away. Don't give it
away.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
We're gonna steal the
word. There's a drop. There's a drop. Oh no. No spoilers. But be on the lookout. So we're gonna get into it. Again, I haven't seen this, so it should be fun. I have seen the companion film to this, which we will talk about more as the show goes on. Yes. No, we're well, there's no paywall here for this show, but Fresh is Fresh. We're all coming up with $1 million ideas every stream, so I mean, we're basically just throwing them to the wind, aren't we? Sad. All right. Well,
I haven't seen the notification come through yet. Have you seen it?
Sit what? Oh yeah, no, it's no. I just hold on.
It's in the wires. It's got to go to space. Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No. I just got the email. It should be sending any time now, any minute now.
Okay. I usually get it right when you send it. So did you send it?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I just got the confirmation email. So.
I'm gonna call the bank. I'll be right back.
Wait. Before you do that, how about we make sure we'll see if you got it queued up. You got it queued up fresh.
Yeah. Hang on.
You can be on the phone with the bank during like the first like 20 minutes of the movie. That's totally cool with me if you know. But we gotta get this show on the road. I can do that. So okay, great. So if you've got it queued up fresh.
Yep, I'm ready. Count me down.
All right, then here we go.
Those who hunt by night will tell you that the wildest and most vicious of all animals is the tiny shrew. Only by the dark of the moon. He must eat his own body weight every few hours or starve. And the shrew devours everything.
Yeah, they're eaters.
Bones, flesh, marrow, everything. In March, first in Alaska, and then invading steadily southward, there were reports of a new species, the giant killer shrew.
Oh my god, I love this already.
Yeah, I think the only thing that has been holding shrews back from hunting people has been their size.
Right. It's definitely the size. They just said they're the worst, the most vicious animal.
They will eat anything.
But then he said tiny. And it's like, well, okay. Well, now. But then he says this is a giant shrew. So, of course, getting your hopes up, but... I mean, what is a giant shrew, right? Well, I was going to say what is a giant ant, but we're going to find that out later in the break. So, don't you worry. So again, a lot of these, like the producer, directors had Hollywood connections. What were you going to say, Fresh?
I'm on the edge of my seat to see the giant ant.
Well, I don't know if you watched that with us, Fresh, but, well, I'll talk about that later.
Sure a lot of quiet out there. Almost smell it, can't you?
No, but I can feel it. The pressure's dropped so fast, it's almost made my ears pop.
Hurricane's got different ways of telling you it's there. Where is it?
Dead ahead.
What's that mean to us?
My boy, that puts our port right in the middle of it.
Can we get a yikes?
Yeah, we can get a yikes. I'll go ahead and tell you, there is some, you might as well, I guess you could say some racist connotations to some of the,
if this thing had an automatic pilot,
the material involving this character right here. His name is Rook. And he's played by Judge Henry Dupree. His name is Judge. He's not really a judge.
Automatic pilots can't play Dixieland jazz on
my name.
That's confusing.
But it's you know, he's kind of playing the stereotype of the black person as comic relief, and it's you know.
Rook, come here.
It's very much yikes. It's very much product of its time from a bunch of conservative filmmakers from Texas.
So there you go.
Even though the title or the name of the production company is Hollywood Pictures Corporation, but they're based out of Dallas, Texas.
They're based out of Hollywood, Texas.
Hollywood, Texas.
We'll unload tomorrow. I want your strap sitting high in that water when that blow hits.
You gonna ride stern too with a lot of water under?
That's right. That sea won't make up in that cove. That wind will have her whipping around like a kite. Slip forward and break out the heavy weather hook. Jacqueline, make sure it's free to run.
I'm out, Shaq.
Good.
So say and all that. We probably missed a lot of exposition, but you know, hey, we'll figure it out together. That's
context clues.
Context clues. Really milking this long shot for all they can.
Oh, she'll ride like a duck. If she swings too far to starboard, we might have to take a check line to shore. Hey, Rook, take a slant up that trail. Now, that's a rather strange setup, wouldn't you say?
Looks like somebody's getting rid of somebody, huh, Captain?
Maybe. Hard to tell.
Immediately.
I'm Dr. Craig. Thorne Sherman. Have your supplies aboard.
That's good. Nothing wrong with Captain Ferguson, I hope.
Well, I wouldn't know. I just bought his run.
Oh, I see. Were you able to fill our order?
Everything on the list. Here's the manifest.
Missing last week's supply has run us a little short, you know. Captain, after you have unloaded, I have a passenger for you.
There's so much reverb on him talking.
Yeah, there's been a lot of reverb the whole time. I don't know if that's us or the video. Because, again, I have not seen this.
Oh, it's going to be nice having you aboard.
I think a lot of it's just ADR'd in a really bad space.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, too.
Back.
Oh, look at that fence.
It's everything in this movie. Yeah, it's Texas.
Yeah, it's Texas.
This is how we do it in Texas.
Instead of a simple response is, well, does the sun shine on a grasshopper's
some
butthole? Or
some long euphemism.
We are self-sufficient here. We have cows for fresh milk, chickens for fresh eggs.
We even have saddle horses.
Sort of a world all your own.
That's exactly what I've tried to create.
Well, to each his own. If you have to be isolated for your work, you picked a lonely little island.
Excuse me, please. I think I'll change.
I mean, that's always these 1950s horror sci-fi films. The women don't really get, you know, the roles are demeaning. They don't have a lot to do, and it's always just making eyes at men or trying to woo men or, you know, nothing.
Leaving to go powder their nose.
Right, nothing substantial. So, spoiler alert. We'll see if she actually gets to do anything.
Yeah, maybe Killer Shrews will break the mold.
Over here, I'd like you to meet someone.
We'll see.
Just a second, Doctor.
Oh my God, is that Superman?
I'm holding my breath right now.
Dr. Bay.
Oh.
There's no need to shout, Doctor. I'm right here.
I'd like you to meet Captain Thorne Sherman. This is my other assistant, Radford Payne. How do you do?
2 new litters since lunch, Doctor. Both.
He looks insane.
That's good.
Yeah, he does.
We can breed them to the 205 group in about 3 weeks. But I'd prefer to wait.
Hear me out, okay?
So this guy's actually one of the big producers of the movie, like the financier.
Good idea.
And he was also like a big
Do you know there's a
owner
hurricane
of
coming?
radio stations across the United States, like hundreds of radio stations. That's how he was like had the money to be able to finance this.
Glad to meet you.
He financed 2 low-budget horror movies that shot in Texas back-to-back. This and The Giant Gila Monster, which I have seen.
The guy just had a thing for giant blank.
Right. Well, hey, he was just looking for some cheap monster movie concepts that would make a quick buck.
He specialized in genetics.
And apparently, according to him, he made a pretty penny. Well, I'll talk
Think
about
what
that
would
later.
happen if you could isolate and identify the inherited factor in each gene.
Now, wait a minute. I'm afraid I'm not very good with pure research.
This is practical research. Generally among mammals, the smaller the size, the higher the metabolism and shorter the lifespan.
Is that right?
Well, I'm attempting to decrease the size by maintaining a low metabolism and resultant a longer lifespan.
What reason?
Overpopulation. Not a problem now, but it will be in time.
What is this fucking house? Why does this look so horrible?
It's so bare.
It's so bare. And what is the walls are just dirty?
Pardon, may I speak with you a moment? Will you please?
Looks like something from fucking Caligari.
Oh, provided you drop the
Yeah.
captain.
I mean, well, you know, again, if this had a little bit more of a budget to it, the lighting would be way more atmospheric. It's very flat.
It's pretty flat. We got a shadow. There you go.
A shadow. Yeah, you got a little bit.
Tell me something, Doctor. As a hurricane.
Yeah, that's yes.
Fair enough.
It's just ash on the walls. That's exactly.
You can't tell in the black and white, but the curtains are yellowed.
Exactly.
Only the fringes.
Everything is
Well,
just
this one's building
stained
up very
in
fast.
cigarette
Pressure
smoke,
up very quickly in the
nicotine.
center.
That's all it is.
I'd advise you to get some doors and windows open in this place.
Some doors and windows open.
Elevators on the roof.
So apparently that was an old myth
drink
whenever about hurricanes. That there's a hurricane coming, open the doors and windows so that the air will
Surely.
Oh my God.
Possibly. But not probable. Not delayed anyway.
It's ridiculous.
It takes a long time for a sea like that to quiet down.
Bro, hear me out. It actually works.
I'm a good sailor.
Well, I'm not worried about
It's one time I was in a hurricane and I did it. I
Got
swear
them
to God
opened,
it
all
worked.
right. Oh, Captain. Let me
I can
freshen
see the
your drink.
logic.
Yeah, there's some
It
logic
would just
there.
blow through instead of
Trying to
knocking your
rush
house
you.
over.
It will be Doc's.
We'll open this window and we'll increase the aerodynamics.
Oh, I see.
Shit's still gonna get
Now,
fucked
what
up.
about your ship? You're gone.
Let all the water into the house.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't knock the house over.
I'm going to stay.
Progress, Doctor.
That was fast.
This is
He's
the
just,
sole
he must be
survivor of Group
hopped up
30.
on bennies or something.
28 months old today.
Well, that's equivalent to 140 years to us.
That's right. Yet it still maintains
Oh, he's got
low
like a
metabolism
real
without
shrew.
any
Oh. Ugh.
Not the breakthrough, but
You know, this probably wasn't approved by the ASCPA, whatever it's called.
suspend series 52 through
ASPCA,
and
I
we'll
think that's what
concentrate
it
on the
is.
rest.
What is that? It's a Sorex cericity. Looks like a small rat. Smells like a skunk.
Ew.
They have musk glands in their knees. These little fellows are our subjects. They have a birth cycle of 10 to 14 days. And using them, we can establish traits. We can trace the progressions through a number of generations over a short period of time.
Well, how big do they get?
Dun, dun,
See, the
dun.
muzzle is longer and thicker than a rat's. It extends over the lower mandible, see?
Does he bite?
Only when he's hungry.
Well, maybe you better take him. He doesn't know me.
All he knows is his next meal. He's just been fed.
That's my secret.
All right for another 8 hours.
I guess the idea of a shrew is scary if
Cut the blue open. Bradford.
it was common knowledge, but I mean,
Might that scare you?
the idea of a shrew being bloodthirsty is not something I'm familiar with off the top of my dome.
Yeah, the fact that you have to kind of explain why the concept is scary kind of diminishes it a little bit.
Right.
They're not climbers. They are digging animals, a lot like the mole. They feed only at night unless they're starving. And when they are hungry enough, they'll tackle anything regardless of size.
Is this the prototype
You two of them in a
for
cage
trimmers?
for 12 hours without food.
Well, I guess we'll see. But hey,
Precisely. You see,
you got these.
their
I'm sure
intense
there will be
activity
some
requires a
burrowing involved at
tremendous
some
amount of
point.
energy. To supply,
This takes place in New York City.
3 times own weight in food.
Yes, right in the middle of the burrows.
Radford.
I knew it.
Radford, would you please take this? Take it. Some call them bone eaters. When the flesh is gone, they'll eat the bones from marrow.
Oh shit.
All they'll leave are teeth.
I think she might know something, dude.
Yeah. Huh, I wonder. She's like over here, like, God damn it.
Freaking out. Yeah.
I need a fucking drink in my hand.
Mario? Mario?
It's a me.
Aquí, por favor.
He's just over here.
God, this set is ass.
Isn't it? We were just talking about how great the sets were on the Poverty Row movie last week, and we've had German expressionist sets, and then we get this.
It looks like it's made of paper.
Maybe
that's
you know
just so
what? It probably is.
Maybe that's just so it's easier for the shrews to burrow through.
Right.
But they're not actually big, right? Like it's all miniature stuff, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what they want you to think.
So the big set doesn't have to be paper.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sure they have their reasons.
All the budget went to the really tiny set.
You got a problem too?
The model.
Nada. Nothing, senor. But you will live on the cheap tomorrow.
Well, I think that all depends on the wind and the sea, don't you?
Sí, sí, senor. No. Ah, you're joking. I feel the point. I think.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Now, if anybody else is concerned about my sailing tomorrow, why, you see they feel the point too, huh? I don't like to repeat myself.
Okay, senor.
Was that a joke? C and C?
I don't know.
Yeah, that seemed like a bit of a joke.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's that same setup from earlier.
To be fair, it's probably the best shot we've seen so far.
I would agree.
Oh, I see what he's doing. I got it.
I know.
I legitimately
but I'm
didn't know what he
not
was doing at first.
saying that. I am saying that because of your drunken stupidity in leaving the cage door open.
Yeah, Jerry.
You created the horrible situation that
Jerry,
now exists.
fucking idiot.
Look, Ann, this is a mistake.
Jerry! Kramer's gonna bust in through the door any minute. I know it. I know it.
That's why it says paper, so you can bust through the wall.
Oh, he's a terrible Kramer. That guy's he's not Kramer at all.
Wow.
Get out of here, Jerry.
Quietly closes the door behind him.
And she's no Elaine either.
Care for a cigarette?
Thank heavens you arrived today.
You said that before. What's the strain?
Please excuse me, but it seems like everything is coming to a head at once. I want to leave, but I want my father to go with me.
Well, then, why doesn't he?
We discussed it many times, but he's adamant. I'm sure Jerry has a lot to do with this decision. You're trying to convince me that the crisis will only last for a few...
We're getting so many shots from this angle.
I know, hey.
Certainly a cozy little scene.
If you can knock out,
Might even be called in.
You know,
boy meets girl.
Stop it.
a couple pages with just one setup, then
Yeah, we've got like
you got yourself a B movie there.
My dear, I'm concerned with everything
the
you
shot
do, and I
list for
intend to keep
this
it that
is
way.
like
On my
100
book, an
shots on
engagement
this
isn't a
one
casual
angle.
In my book, it isn't either. And last night in the house.
Why? It's just people like going in and going out of this one. Like,
yeah, what is this? The Phantom Cruise?
Yeah, pretty much. Phantom Cruise.
I'm waiting for the mom to be like, inside or outside, pick one.
Oh, wait, what?
There's something over there.
Oh.
Okay, we're just going right into it.
Those aren't
He was wearing
dogs.
his gun.
Those are shrews. Those are definitely shrews.
Do they just like degrade the film to make it look like it's storming?
I think so. I think they just scratched it up to make it look like it's rain. Oh no. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, that looks so bad.
I'm getting chased by dogs. I mean...
Oh shit.
Be reasonable. Everybody in the world is scared to death of something.
That's evident. When they came at us last night, you knocked me down getting inside the fence.
It's just that I can't stand them.
And I've discovered something.
Fucking coward over here.
But I advise you not to mention it to anyone. I'm gonna complete these experiments with your...
No, okay,
I'm
so
grabbing your arm so you know I mean business.
Did you hear that? He pushed her out of the way when the shrews tried to get him the night before. He's not the Kramer, he's the George.
He really is George. Skinny George.
Time for dinner.
Or wait,
pants
no,
are so
no,
high in
he's
this
George.
movie.
Yeah, well, that was the style, dude. High pants.
Oh no.
He's just shooting.
Hey, it's the Bush from the Phantom Creeps and Dead Men Walk. And
It's a special cameo.
Right. Ah.
Is that a model?
And that is going to take us to our first break.
It's a mystery. How did they do
It's
that?
a mystery. That was probably okay. Well,
wait, where you guys stopped at? I just want to make sure.
So on the episode outline, it should have the.
Oh, you are okay. I just want to make sure you were stopped at the.
Yeah, it's at the.
spot.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's at
cool.
that timestamp. Cool. So, I'll go a little bit more into it into the second break, but the director of this movie was the head of special effects at 20th Century Fox for like a while. He had been in special effects in Hollywood for a long time, and so this movie and the giant Gila monster were his directorial debut, and so he did the special effects and directed.
Wow.
And
Got
so
his hand in a lot of pies.
so I don't know, that forest fire sequence may have been stock footage. You may have actually made like a model and rigged that up. But we'll talk more about him later on in the show. That's director Ray Kellogg. not cereals, not cereal Bela Lugosi Phantom Creep cereal, and not Count Chocula cereal. Just his name is Kellogg, and no affiliation to cereal whatsoever.
No affiliation to corn
His
dogs.
pseudonym was Tony the Tiger.
Well, you know, I mean, hey, it's
They're shrews.
They're shrews. Exactly. So far, I would say a lot of just talking and moving back and forth, very much like the serial Phantom Creeps.
Yeah.
You know, we've got one kill.
Yeah. So even back then, I mean, I feel like movies from a little bit further up in the timeline, it was always kind of a trope that, you know, the black eye always dies first. But
right.
Even this one, what's the year of this?
59.
Even back in 59, that was already a thing.
Yeah, right. I didn't realize that was a trope already until he got up on that tree, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, I wouldn't say that you necessarily see the trope in 40s horror movies because, you know, again, black characters are mostly sidekicks that are comic relief, and they'll get scared, but they don't normally die or get killed. Or if they do, you know, they don't really give it the time of day even in those movies. So I think once you get to the 50s and you're getting more horror and sci-fi, and it's not really inclusion so much as it's just relying on stereotypes like it is here. And again, this is from some filmmakers from Texas. Well, again, a lot of these guys had Hollywood experience, but
let's remember, adjust your expectations.
They're filming in Dallas, and this is still 1959, and you know, I will say that one of the trailers that we'll see in the second break, I think honestly lends more credence to the idea of their racism and these monster movies being blatant. Yes.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
D-Vegas. Yes, that is what, you know. Everybody knows that Dallas's nickname is D-Vegas. Of course.
Vegas.
Because Dallas isn't on its own isn't enough of a big city to, but if you give the Vegas, then yeah, Dal Vegas, then you're like, okay, that's the hype. Now I feel it. Now it's real. So
it
is really stupid.
Everything is just the first part of the city, Vegas.
Pretty much. So, right. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I agree, Sweet Feet. Fuck Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, what do they got? Like, a couple good, maybe a couple good sites to go see, a couple good restaurants.
You heard it from Sweet Feet first. Fuck Dallas.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you said it, Sweet Feet.
Put it on record.
Well, you said it in the chat. It's on the record. You said it.
It's officially. Yeah, put it in the minutes for this meeting. Yeah,
right.
You said that.
It's been marked up. It's yes. Well, you know, we'll let the audience vote on that. Do we ban Fresh or do we not? It was like the classic when SNL had a vote whether or not to ban Andy Kaufman from coming back on the show, and he got banned, and then he never came back.
Audience, please text 1 or 2 to 555.
If you'd like to keep Adam, please text 1 to 555-0535. If you'd like Adam to leave, please text 2 to get banned, idiot. No. Fresh will have to just do the most reprehensible thing on the planet to get banned, which would I can't even define it.
I think I can do it. I think I can find that. I can find that level.
Not if you don't turn your camera on. Oh, I called you out. Ooh, Gotcha, bitch.
I was gonna say denounce.
I don't think I'll ever recover, guys. I don't know if I can do this rest of the stream, guys. I'm at emotional distress from that sick burn.
Oh, if I'd only realized how fragile you were, I never would have even begun to open the door to that conversation. I feel horrible.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt right now. I'm hurt.
Well, right. Ski mask, no shirt. Yeah, come on, you can do it, Fresh.
I'm not doing no shirt. I'm fat.
I got the Gucci ski mask. And no shirt.
Right. You know how many more followers we'll get? Come on now.
No,
of course.
No, guys. No.
You
You know what?
Only when you're finally comfortable with it, Fresh.
Visit our OnlyFans.
Right. When we do the Scream Stream OnlyFans, then yes, we'll save it for that, right? So back to where are we? Tonight's film.
No, Sweet Feet. You don't get to bust all the way over the line and then back up still past the line and go, yeah, see, it's a compromise now.
Well, hey, I'm gonna let
Christopher Columbus over here.
I'm gonna let Sweet Feet and Fresh work this out. In the meantime, again, we've been watching the Killer Shrews, giant monsters. Technically, even though, as you saw here, when they were chasing
giant dogs, relative.
Yeah, they're dogs. They're dogs in
some shaggy dogs,
long shaggy costumes. But hey, I mean, that's your Killer Shrews, and again,
I mean, really, what is a giant shrew but a dog?
Right. Mine as well. Again, as I said, like my dog Charlie, you're talking about similar size here. So. Anyway, and we talked about earlier, you might as well call this a giant monster movie. And at this point, actually, in 1959, giant monster movies in the United States were starting to, the popularity of that was starting to wane. Again, King Kong is the most famous example, but after that, in the 30s and 40s, you won't really find too many. There's Son of Kong, Mighty Joe Young. That's pretty much it as far as the stop motion technique. And then in 1952, you had that trailer that we saw at the beginning, The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms.
Did Godzilla really make it over?
So that was the thing. Beast from 20,000 Fathoms was 52, and that actually inspired Godzilla.
Wow.
Beast from 20,000 Fathoms set off the whole giant monster craze, starting slowly in 1952, because it was either 52 or 53, but then 54, you have Them, which is a movie about giant ants, which is the first trailer that we'll see. And then later on in 1954 is when you have Godzilla out of Japan. Of course, it didn't come out in the United States till a year or two later in a re-edited version called Godzilla King of the Monsters. It's not as good. It's they stuck an American guy in there, and that's the trailer we're gonna see is for Godzilla King of the Monsters. And the ants are huge.
They're much larger than these shrews.
Yeah, they are. When it's giant ants, like, it's fucking giant. Yes, they're almost as tall as the uncles. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one, Fresh.
Nobody's safe.
No, not with these sweet dad jokes, right? Yeah, sweet. This is crickets, right? No. I think, Evan, you've seen Them, right?
I have, yeah.
We showed it for Film and Video Club. I don't remember who all was there. I think we watched Them and we watched District 9.
Yeah.
Because it was like a sci-fi movie night. Yeah.
For our high school film club.
And again,
never mind. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say it again.
No, don't. This is just where, like, again, by the 50s, after World War II and they dropped the atomic bomb, by the 50s, a lot of horror was horror and sci-fi. It was mixed together. It was because of the worries about atomic energy and world governments and ultimate power and all this stuff. So, Yes, that is, no, Fresh, that's good. I like that. You can drop that line.
That's a Big Sean.
Oh,
it's a Big Sean song.
Okay. Well, that's good. I like that. So
still waiting on the sequel.
Right. Well, there was supposed to be. I don't know if
District 10.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a thing anymore. I'm not sure. So, during the break, we'll see trailers for them and Godzilla. You know, really, those are two defining movies of the giant monster subgenre. So we'll see those, and then when we come back, we're gonna get into the exciting middle of the Killer Shrews. Oh! Do you want me to leave here?
I tell you, gentlemen, science has agreed
No.
that unless something is done and done quickly, man, as the dominant species of life on Earth, will be extinct within a year. Direction of the President of the United States, stay in your homes. I repeat, stay in your homes. Your personal safety, the safety of the entire city, depends upon your full cooperation with the military authorities.
Yes, cities, nations, even civilization itself, threatened with annihilation, because in one moment of history-making violence, nature, mad, rampant, wrought its most awesome creation. For born in that swirling inferno of radioactive dust were things so horrible, so terrifying, so hideous. There is no word to describe them.
We may be witnesses to a biblical prophecy come true, and there shall be destruction and darkness come up in creation, and the beast shall reign over the earth.
Yes, the earth, the skies above and the seas below, infested by swarms of nightmare creatures, crueler, deadlier than the armored giants of prehistoric eras. Here is a wild, headlong flight into terror, as the desert erupts with the grim battle for survival. Here is a fear-frenzied moment of suspense, as mankind totters before a thing that multiplies faster than it can be killed. Here is a desperate plunge into the black depths of the earth, where human courage challenges the brute force, the slashing jaws, the poison fangs that guard the subterranean nest, where the beast spawns its terrible progeny.
To all units, condition red. Drain 267 is the target area. Repeat, condition red. Drain 267 is the target area.
We could use?
No, we can't take a chance. It might poison the whole city.
Godzilla, king of the monsters, alive, surging up from the depths of the sea on a tidal wave of terror to wreak vengeance on mankind.
Godzilla, king of the monsters, it's alive.
A gigantic beast,
stalking the earth, crushing all before it.
In a cyclonic cavalcade of electrifying horror.
Raging through the streets on a rampage of total destruction.
Godzilla, king of the monsters.
Incredible titan of terror.
Wiping out a city of 6 million in a holocaust of flame.
Jet flames cannot destroy it.
Bombs cannot kill it.
All modern weapons fail.
Is this the end of our civilization?
Can the scientists of the world find a way to stop this creature?
For the answer, see Godzilla, king of the monsters.
You may wish to deny it, but your eyes tell you it's true.
A tale to stun the mind.
more fantastic than any ever written by Jules Verne,
more terrifying than any ever shown on the screen,
awesome,
incredible,
unbelievable,
a story beyond your wildest dreams,
dynamic violence,
savage action,
spectacular thrills,
Godzilla, King of the Monsters,
fantastic beyond comprehension,
gripping beyond compare,
astounding beyond belief,
the mightiest monster of them all.
See Godzilla,
King of the Monsters.
All right, and we are back. So that was a trailer for them and Godzilla, King of the Monsters, the American re-edit of the original Godzilla. Over in Japan, the country that it was made in, it's it's spelled like Gojira, like G-O-J-I. It's I can't spell it all. But
you're close. IRA.
Yeah, there we go.
I think you're trying to say Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, of course. So between those two movies, I mean, it really kicked off a craze. You got movies like Tarantula, about a giant tarantula. You got all kinds of giant monster movies. And 1957 seemed to kind of be the peak. There was like a whole bunch, and then they started falling out of vogue. And again, tonight's film, The Killer Shrews, was 1959, so it's kind of the tail end of all that. Yeah. You're good, Fresh. Eat up, dude.
Oh yeah, I didn't have time today.
No, I feel you, dude. I during the break, I took a quick bite of a hamburger, so I'm right there with you.
Everybody at home, don't forget to eat.
Please eat. If you're drinking, you've got to make sure you're also eating.
Even if you're not drinking, you still need to eat.
You gotta eat.
Yeah, this is true. Drink
more
water as well.
Yeah, hydrate, especially in this heat. So you had these two movies come out in 59, The Killer Shrews and The Giant Gila Monster, which is, again, that's much more of a giant monster movie, of course, instead of stop motion or a person in a costume like Godzilla, or in this case, just like some kind of animal dressed up. Oh, wait, no. It is an animal in the giant Gila monster. It's some kind of lizard, and they put a lizard on miniature sets. And we'll actually get to see the giant Gila monster because it is also in the public domain. I don't remember what season I've scheduled that for, but it'll be a lot of fun. So again, 59 was kind of where in America it started to drop off, and then after that it was almost exclusively in Japan, and that's kind of how you get kaiju, which is the Japanese giant monster genre, which over there it's huge. But I mean, again, like the USA really kind of, that subgenre went out of vogue by
until Pacific Rim.
Right. Well, again, you have, and it kind of fell back into fashion post Jaws. You had a King Kong remake the year after.
Jaws is kind of a giant monster movie.
It is, exactly. And so you had a lot of nature strikes back, either just killer animals or giant killer animals, or any variation of the thing. But certainly the idea of a giant monster is, it's a very kind of specific horror subgenre. So we, again, we're dealing with a killer shrew tonight, which is so tiny. So the giant version is literally the size of my dog. And as you'll see, literally played by dogs in some shaggy costumes. So any assessments, Fresh or Evan, before we go in? It's been pretty stodgy, a lot of talking. We had some big fire, right before we went into the break.
Yeah, I was impressed by the lightning, and I'm still wondering about that. It's really also got me wondering, though, how small can you go for a giant monster movie? Can you have a killer amoeba? Is that...
Well, yeah, I'm sure you can. Well,
just
giant
like the
amoeba.
size of a hand.
Exactly. Well,
it's just a little like speck of jam.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh
well,
God,
again,
here it comes.
That's the crazy thing. That's basically the movie The Blob. I mean, The Blob is, it's this kind of substance that comes out of a meteor, and then it just starts sucking people in and just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just like Jello, just kind of rolls along.
It's like Agario.
What is that?
What did you say?
Reference just went over my head fresh.
Agario is this really simple game where everyone starts off as a blob, and you have to absorb blobs smaller than you and any blob bigger than you.
Oh, okay.
That sounds kind of intense, actually. Yeah. It's very competitive.
It's so much fun.
Kill or be killed. You gotta fight for your right to stay alive.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's intense.
What's scarier, a giant shrew or a normal-sized brain-eating amoeba?
Normal-sized brain-eating amoeba.
That's a real thing.
No, I don't think so. Because it would have to get into your head somehow, and if it's giant, it couldn't do so.
No, but you said normal size.
I said normal size.
Evan said normal size.
Oh, you mean like... I see what you're saying. Like, regular... yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the amoeba for sure.
Yeah, that's... Fuck amoebas, dude. Oh, shit is scary.
Boil your hot water.
Yeah.
I was just saying, as somebody that spends a lot of time in water, the idea of a brain-eating amoeba is horrifying to me. Of course, also, again, somebody that spends a lot of time in the water, I'll get the irrational fear of sharks in a swimming pool. But,
I think you'd be fine with a brain-eating amoeba, buddy.
You spend enough time in the water, you're bound to get scared of everything that could be a possibility, no matter how irrational. So,
keep that water chlorinated, folks.
Please, yes, keep your levels high, especially during
during
of high virus transmission. Yes, absolutely. So we're about to get back into the Killer Shrews. Again, we've got one body and the one body down.
We'll see we've got a handful of other characters.
Right, just in and out of this smoke stained living room. So we'll see if we can graduate and get through that door and get out of that living room.
Right. Are there any other locations in this?
Probably not. All right. Well, Fresh, if you've got it queued up.
I do. Count me down.
All right. Well, then we're going to get into the exciting middle of the Killer Shrews. So here we go.
So who's going to be next? We've got Steve McQueen. We've got this lady.
This lady.
We've got Clark Kent.
This lady.
We've got
Kramer.
We've got Kramer.
Your ship is safe.
Got the
Newman.
The old doctor.
Yep.
Why?
Uncle Leo. Jerry, hello.
Dawn, you can't leave. No one opens.
Everyone just starts showing up on different boats.
Well, who's going to stop me? You?
What's this?
Ooh, okay, here we go.
Chekhov should have set that gun down a little earlier, I should say.
And that's how I got into Juilliard.
Sponsored by Chekhov's Guns. You're gonna fire it.
Not very becoming anyway.
You believe in fairy tales?
Well, I'm a little old for that sort of thing, but what'd you have in mind?
Well, I'll tell you about one. A true fairy tale. And you're right in the middle of it.
So she's a Swedish actress. Her name is Ingrid Good. I think Goude.
Good actress.
She's a good actress. She's only in 15 things though. That's according to her IMDb page. So
that doesn't sound bad though.
No, but not a lot. I.e., the person playing her father in this film, Baruch Lumet. He's was a Yiddish stage actor. He was the father of a famous film director named Sidney Lumet, who directed. What did he do? He did 12 Angry Men, Network, Serpico, The Wiz.
Wow.
Yeah, he was one of the premier like film directors of the like 60s, 70s, 80s.
No wonder you didn't want me to go
He made his
Sorry,
last
what did
movie
you say the
was-
relation was?
His father is her. He's playing her this character's father in this movie.
Oh.
He's the old man with the glasses, the old scientist in this movie.
Okay.
He was a Yiddish stage actor and came to America and is in the Killer Shrews. Interestingly enough. And then this guy was the producer of the movie, Jeff. Wait, no.
That's right, Captain Thorne.
Hold on.
And if you'd stuck
Ken
with your
Curtis.
rowboat and played
Is
captain
every
instead of trying to play
actor
detective,
just
you
like
wouldn't have to worry about how many are out there.
Involved
Part
in the
of-
production? Yeah, pretty much.
That's how you know you got a small production.
So this little guy is the director of or the father of the director. The director of the father.
Father of the bride.
Father of the
don't know
bride.
the whole story, half of it.
It keeps it stands out to me how like well furnished the bar is compared to everything else in this room.
Man, every like 40s, 50s to about the 60s films, it's like, can I make you a drink? And then they pan over and you see the bar and it's just decked out in like stuff nobody
Like
would
this-
ever have now.
This is such it's such a sparse room. It's barely set at all, except for like maybe a shot like this where it's a close up. But damn if that bar is not full.
Exactly. I mean, because people wouldn't believe it if the bar wasn't stacked, fully stocked.
They will multiply. We did
Wow, this is
everything
what
in
the
world
50s
to
were like.
exterminate them. No apparent luck. Then we haven't seen any. Since daylight neither blinds them and they forage only at night when they're starved.
So this guy, the hero, I guess.
Steve McQueen.
So his name is James Best, and what he is best known for is he was in the Dukes of Hazzard, the TV show. He played
They will exterminate each other.
Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Okay.
What do we do during that
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Stay indoors and wait until it's over.
He was in a lot of television, a lot of like movies.
I'm sorry.
He did a
I'll
lot of
get some
stuff.
lamps.
Mario! Mario!
I'm sorry.
Si, senor. There's a lantern in the pantry. Light it.
I'm sorry.
Mario.
Bradford, light all the candles you can find.
All right, I will.
I'm gonna wee. No, that's Mario. Sorry, my bad. No, what does Mario say in Mario Kart when you select him? What does he say? Because Luigi says no, Mario says I'm the best. That's what he's. Or no, is that Toad or is that?
Yeah, it's okay. We can figure this out later.
I was just gonna guess. Wahoo!
Oh well.
I think it's a fair guess.
Yeah, I think
Wanting
that's a
her
fair
father
guess
to
for
leave the
sure.
island with her makes sense.
Shout out to
Better for the project if I
Charles
went with her for
Martinet.
a few days. Matter of fact, I think I'll talk to the doctor about that. That might be the answer. And another thing, I don't take
He needs to
much of this
ash onto the
Thorne
slide that the dude's trying to use on the
Looks to me like
microscope.
the type that'd try
Was it? It wasn't tonight. Was it Wednesday that we were talking about somebody was doing a science experiment. There was some kind of lab equipment. And somebody had a cigarette. And we're like, you gotta ash it on the. Like, that's you gotta
Ash
get
into the beaker.
You gotta get that nicotine in there to get the accurate results.
Yeah, that was Wednesday.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's okay. Back then, I think they built that into the like standard deviation for the standard operating procedure. There's a certain amount of nicotine that's just allowed into the result.
Right. Exactly.
The wind has a lone.
Yeah, there was only 85% nicotine, which is the minimum amount that can be allowed in all lab results.
This is an acceptable amount of interference.
Acceptable
You're a
amount.
strange man, Thorne. I never met anyone like you.
Oh?
You seem so disinterested in everything. Aren't you the least bit curious? Don't you wonder about the unusual things around?
Don't you want to know the plot of this movie? Don't you want to know the crazy stuff
Don't you
happening
care
right
at
now?
all?
I don't care about the plot of this movie. I'm just brooding.
I'm only interested in anything that concerns
I'm too cool to care about these shrews.
I just want to listen to this hurricane pass through the windows and the door that we are not opened, even though I said that we should.
Is the horse gonna be the second body?
Frau Blucher!
Thorne, no! Father, Brad!
Father, Brad.
Wow.
I don't think he was going out, Jerry. I couldn't take a chance. He's fool enough to.
Don't be stupid.
He practically had his hand on the doorknob.
Now somebody needed it.
Well, and the other dude's hand barely made contact with his chin, so, you know.
His shoes got into the bomb.
And so coolly did he just walk out with that gun. He just sauntered right out.
Sauntered right out.
The last stunt.
Well, so, and again, the guy playing Jerry was famous for,
No.
he was on Gunsmoke
I put him in the
forever.
barn myself.
The TV show Gunsmoke.
They couldn't get through the
He
wood
played,
They dug through the dirt floor. Let me
well, I don't
ask
know
you
who he played on
something,
that. But he was in a bunch of John Wayne movies as well
yourself
in like the
included for those
50s.
things
He was a
out there.
Western actor.
All
Wasn't
you have
Wild
to do
Bill
is get
on
the Coast
Gunsmoke?
Guard or the Navy to come in here and burn
Wild
them out.
Bill was in.
Those
I'm
things got
sure
roots.
that he crossed
Any
paths
unusual
with Ken
experiment
Curtis
that
for
could
Yeah.
sure.
unusual
So-
results.
Fun fact for the audience:
Isolated.
we've met an actor
Miles of
who
open
may have
water in any
crossed
direction.
paths with
Some of these Western
people.
personalities. Met a man named Wild Bill back when we were trying to get a Western film off the ground, and that was certainly an experience. And speaking of people who love nicotine in their air, Wild Bill, God rest his soul.
Yeah, may he
certainly
rest
one of
in
those
peace.
People. May he rest in peace. R.I.P.
Right here
Wild
on this
Bill.
island.
We loved him.
It's
He was
going to be
great.
a miniature reproduction of an overpopulated world. And you'll see the importance of what we're working to avoid.
I'm not concerned about all this theory. What I'm concerned about is our lives.
There'll be ample time to panic
He's
when
too,
they run out of
he is
food and go on
too
a
cool
I'm
for
not
this
concerned
movie.
about all his science.
I don't need details. I just want to tell everybody what to do.
Has been a small amount of island. That's all. Could have been depleted within 20 hours. That's why they went after
I
the
follow
livestock.
my instincts.
There's still some food on this island before they reach the crisis. Where?
Yeah, Evan,
The
this
bar is still cracking me up so much, dude.
it's great.
It's the only detailed part of this entire room.
Speaking of bar, Evan, I think this drink is a lot better with more Sprite in it.
Yeah,
Which I can tell.
I can. I mean,
No. I'm saying it has more Sprite.
it does have more Sprite.
Yeah. It tastes really good with more Sprite.
I was gonna top mine up though.
Ooh, okay.
Get a little.
Get a little more
Sprite.
mileage out of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Unprepared to cope with it.
Tighten it up.
Yeah.
Well, he's loosening it up, if anything.
That's out of the question.
Oh, he's just adding Sprite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, good
If
idea.
he's tightening it up, he's just adding more liquor.
Yeah. Doing a little more Sprite.
An hour and a half apiece. Doctor, you
No,
go
I've
first,
got
and
enough
then
drink.
Bedford,
Okay.
I'm good.
Mario,
Thank you, though.
Jerry, and then me. Shutter all the windows.
He looks like he owns a fucking radio station.
I'm spinning all the greatest hits. Well, apparently, so they said he was the person through his radio stations who perfected the top 40 format that is still used today. His name is Gordon McClendon, and he also produced Giant Gila Monster. And he had experience doing pirate radio stuff overseas, and like, you know, I think Sweden or I don't know, some Scandinavian country, and then also I think Great Britain. And
we're jamming the airwaves with rock.
Right. I mean, hey, I mean that was the whole thing.
Can't stop us.
I mean, I don't know too much about all the pirate radio stuff in, you know, Europe, but I know that it was all like anti-rock music or anti, you know, anti-youth, you know, really, honestly. All the stuff the young people like is too scandalous.
Also sleep with my shotgun.
Right.
It's Texas, okay?
Shotgun on one
Just in
side and a
case.
bottle of whiskey on the other. On the bedside table.
Wow, this really is Texas.
Didn't you? See? Fine. You're a good man, Mario. A man that can be trusted.
Oh God.
You know what I've been
That was something.
I'm really scared.
You know what that was?
What?
Man,
A puppet.
that captain.
That's what that was.
Well, I'm pretty sure they had, whenever they had the one jumping up at the guy in the tree.
It's so it's in this movie. The
Looked like
shrews
a
are a
puppet.
mix of dogs and puppets.
Trap like him.
And in the close-up shots, they're puppets, and the
I
long
know
shots, they're
why.
dogs
You
with
do too.
costumes on them.
In case anything goes wrong, she's looking out for her own hide. That's why I keep thinking about you and me. Anything goes wrong, we're gonna outlast them all. I'm going to trust you
Oh.
to take my turn of patrolling the house. But when you finish, don't wake the captain. Come back here and get me. Yeah, I'll probably feel good enough by then to take his turn. Okay, Mariam?
See.
Okay.
You know, I think if I were in a house that was under siege by giant shrews, or under siege by anything, I probably wouldn't be getting drunk.
No, I think that would be the last thing that you would do, right?
It's the 50s. It's the first thing you do no matter what.
Oh, it's the first. Oh, okay, it's the first thing I do, of course.
Yeah.
First order
It's not the
of
last thing you do,
business.
it's the first thing you do. It's like Mad
Yeah.
Men. Under siege. Hang on, let me make you a drink.
Would you like a drink? I can make you a drink. Literally, all these old movies, it's anytime right before disaster, it's like, who wants a drink? Anybody want a drink? I'll have a drink. And so when the terrible thing is happening, everybody's like, oh! With their drink in there.
It is Mario.
Well, that's so they can do the spit take later.
Right, right. It's like,
See, I hear him singing down there.
Well, how did he get in?
The store broke out the kitchen window, but I closed it up. He went down there.
Why should he go down there?
I closed it with a piece of twine.
I put it out and frost. They love it.
They'll never get past that.
Jerry?
No, senor. Here is your turn next. Here is una luz. We're killing, no?
yep, we're killing whatever it is.
We're killing,
Whatever it is,
yeah.
we're killing it.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. Kill, kill, kill.
shrew got in. It's all right. He's down in the cellar. Now we're going down after him. But I don't want you to let...
It's alright, she's laying on the couch. Oh wait, that's you.
Understand?
Got him. Boom. Roasted.
No, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they're ever gonna give a fuck because they're all racist dickbags. That's what.
You would think that they would at least be wondering, hey, where's Rook?
What happened to Rook?
Yeah, like no one even asked if he came back.
We sent him out like 12 hours ago.
I'm sure he's fine.
Shouldn't you have said?
And my
something
thing is that this guy just picked like another minority to go with him.
All right, you go first. Even though actually he's not going first, so.
He's
not. Oh, okay, yeah.
There you go.
All right, let's split up. That's the classic.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the classic. You're gonna get killed first, and I'll be fine because I'm the white man.
Here's our second body.
Mario?
Aquí. You see anything? I see where he was. I do not see where he is.
Cuidado.
Si, senor. I will be careful.
Oh, it feels tense. Ah! Ah!
Oh!
Nice. Jim Henson's shot.
Yeah.
Jim Henson's creature shot. That was just animal. Ah!
Yeah, no, there you go. We hit a Muppet horror movie.
Fuck? What just happened? It just cut like 6 times.
There was a lot of jump cutting there.
That's not somebody's hand slowly lowering a puppet to the ground or anything. What?
Mike, it's a gun tourniquet.
In my gun tourniquet here. Nothing can go wrong
He's like,
with this.
what's just gonna turn it, bang! Oh!
It's Texas, okay?
Right. We're gonna wait an hour
Everything's a
before
gun.
we actually do anything about this gunshot wound.
Oh no.
I need something hard and straight to make this tourniquet. I've got an idea.
He's dead.
Oh.
That was a very quick bleed out. No blood.
I got this on him right away. He couldn't have bled to death.
Ah, Evan, you think it's like you said? You think it's a poisonous bite?
Maybe. Maybe the writer read the Wikipedia page like I did.
No, he just had the Webster's.
Hemotoxic syndrome.
Maybe Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah.
You'll know after pathology. Doctor, that's not the same animal you showed me. That's a monster.
As I said, they are mutants. In controlling the size factor, we seem to have crossed
It's
some
them
of the
Bo
other
and Duke Luke boys.
Well, you certainly did a good
Yeah.
job of it.
Them Duke boys are at it again. Darn it. Boss Hog is gonna have my hide if I don't get them Duke boys.
Bring up the animal.
So funny enough, I don't know if I want to spoil it. I won't spoil it now, but suffice to say that James Best never forgot his roots with this movie.
Extremely high
Yeah,
poison
I
content.
will touch on that later. But I will say,
Extremely high poison content.
yes, boom, you're right.
But he didn't eat the shrews, so how did he die?
Yes, you're right. Look, Ann. Brooding about it's not going to do any good. Now, why don't you try to think of something else?
He was brooding for like the first 40 minutes of the movie.
Around here Are you a scientist?
I'm a zoologist.
Oh. That's the study of animal life, isn't it?
Are you a scientist?
No, I'm a zoologist. No, now you're just splitting hairs.
Well, I had a hand in this too. And I'm partly to blame. But this ends it. If we ever get off
Pause to draw out the movie just a couple seconds longer.
What will you do?
Live normally. Like normal women do. You see, it seem a little dull after the life I've been living. Rather dull and alive than excited and...
I'll take a dull, alive woman every time.
All right.
Suave.
Okay. It's very subtle, guy. Okay, that was more atmospheric than anything we've
Yeah,
seen so
it
far.
had a little bit of light dark there.
The autopsy has
Some chiaroscuro.
Yeah.
Several weeks ago, I concocted the most virulent poison I could with the materials I had at hand.
I just wanted to fucking wreck people with it.
Mario was killed by poison.
Doctor, I wonder if you thought the system of the Sorex enabled them to assimilate that poison. It remained in the salivary glands of their jaws. Isn't that wonderful? I am sorry. Of course, I always speak from the clinical point of view.
No, it's just that's venom, not poison.
I just made these giant venomous creatures, but I don't listen to what I have to say. I just don't.
This indicates
This
that
is
they cannot
insane.
afford to get even so much as a scratch from these animals. They are more poisonous than snakes.
What, do you think they're all affected?
Best way to find out is let them all bite you and see which bite you die after.
All right, asshole.
Get
Yeah.
that chance, Jerry. You included.
Okay, Newman.
Down the chances of getting in the front of the house. I think if we keep up close watching those walls and windows in there, we might make it.
I wish I could pop and click like that.
The walls are 2 feet thick.
Of course there's a chance. Anywhere that plastic off that adobe
Gotta break out the
soft as
bass.
mud where that rain
Yeah.
Strings.
Oh!
Here we go.
There it is.
They're burrowing through this cheap set.
Oh, the
I
house
want to
is
get this
under siege.
costume off me. It's very uncomfortable. I'm just a dog.
Can somebody help me, please?
I do. I do have to say, I kind of like the tail they have.
They did they did do good on the tail because I noticed that on one of the earlier shots, and I was like, okay, well, unless these dogs are really malnourished,
Yeah.
those must be fake tails, and they look really good.
The tail looks pretty good.
They do.
Then I'll return to the bend and the trail and give you the all clear signal.
Sounds fine, Captain.
Good, then you explain it to the rest.
Yes, I will.
I heard him.
Are you supposed to tuck your tie in like that?
Yes.
I feel like that's wrong.
Well, the bait's
I feel
been
like
out
it's
for
incorrect.
20
No.
Nothing's touched it.
I had noticed that. He's got his tie tucked into his pants.
All right, that is going to take us to our second break, and
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
I didn't know that fade was there. Otherwise, that's where the break would have been. When I'm scrolling through, it doesn't always show me the best place to do it. So, all right, well, they burrowed in, but they, I don't know, they neutralized it pretty quick, and
We got 2 bodies now.
we got 2 bodies.
It's getting more tense.
The minorities, go
Right,
figure,
yeah.
from these Texas filmmakers. And I only say that to preface the first trailer that we're going to see in the break, which is for the companion film to this movie, The Giant Gila Monster, which was filmed back to back with the Killer Shrews. It has the same director, the same producing team. It's the same production company, Hollywood Pictures Corporation, even though they were filming in Dallas, Texas. And the trailer for the giant Gila monster is... I'll just let y'all watch the first couple like seconds of it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like with the, I don't know, it seems subtly racist. So I think, you know, the idea that the minorities were the first two people to die in tonight's film, I don't think it's a coincidence, because the second trailer that we're going to see is the director of tonight's film, Ray Kellogg, did Killer Shrews, Giant Gila Monster, a third movie from the same group called My Dog Buddy, which was a family adventure film.
Okay. That's almost like My Dog Charlie.
Right. Well, My Dog Charlie, My Dog Skip, my little dog moves, Benji. But this was 1960. It was distributed by Columbia. I couldn't find a trailer for it. But that was the third movie that Ray Kellogg directed. The fourth movie he directed was a movie called The Green Berets, and he co-directed it with the star of the movie, John Wayne. And it's a pro-Vietnam War movie.
Wow.
It's very controversial.
Okay.
It's very controversial.
This guy's really running the gamut here.
That's why I say that these filmmakers, I think, were very conservative because of racist stuff, and then also the fact that Ray Kellogg... And a lot of these guys had worked with John Wayne before even this movie. Like the producer, the guy who's playing Jerry, Ken Curtis, he was in a lot of John Wayne movies in the 50s. And so then Ray Kellogg co-directs in 1968 The Green Berets with John Wayne. And it was just very controversial because it's... Roger Ebert said, okay, he gave it 0 stars. And he said, this is like a sick cowboy and Indian, like, here are the good white guys coming in, you know, slaughtering all the savages. Yeah, this is terrible. Why are we still doing this?
Here's your propaganda film.
Here's your propaganda film. And so I don't know. I always love putting in perspective the career of the filmmakers, and in this case, the director only made 4 films.
Did you have a year on the Vietnam flick?
68. So
okay.
like
right
in the thick of it.
Wow.
Like, as you're going from Johnson to Nixon that election year, you get 68. Yeah, 68. And Ray Kellogg co-directed it with John Wayne, and George Takei is in it, and I think George Takei has gone on to say that it was, you know, he should not have done it. Of course, George Takei is not billed in the trailer.
Right. Well,
every other white man in the movie, including John Wayne's son, is billed in the trailer.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, but what kind of character does George Takei play?
I think he actually plays... He's on the side of the Americans. I think he actually plays like a... I don't want to say a good guy because I don't want to validate John Wayne's position here. But again, it is just... it's a weird fact. And I will say that growing up... Job really loved the movie The Green Berets, because we had it on VHS, so we didn't have a lot to watch, so Job would watch The Green Berets, and but there's a storied history behind it. So we're gonna get the trailer for the giant Gila monster and the Green Berets, and when we come back, we're gonna get the exciting conclusion of the Killer Shrews.
Engine's still warm. Say, did you see the skid marks out here? They go at a direct right angle to the direction of travel. No digs in the macadam either. Somebody was hurt. There's blood all over this thing.
What is this black menace that kills everything it sees and hears? No human mind could imagine the enormous destructive power of this maddened, killing thing. If you're young people in love, look out. If you're driving a lonely road, you're as good as dead.
There's been a lot of livestock missing lately. That doesn't make headlines, but now it's people.
Never in the history of the United States, a monster of such size and power and horrifying hatred of man.
And now we're back. So,
for real.
For real. And that was the trailer for the giant Gila monster and the Green Berets. And again, the giant Gila monster, I don't know if Evan or Fresh saw it, but the thing in the giant Gila monster, it's like the Black Menace, and it's in title cards. It's like this black beast, this dark, it's just very, the way that they're saying it is just not, there's something odd about it. So again, the two minorities killed first in this movie. I don't know. You draw your own conclusions. I'm just telling you what I see. I'm laying out the facts before you. You can draw your own conclusions. I'm just posing questions. It's up to you to answer them. So, yeah. And we will watch the giant Gila monster on the show. So, it's,
It's going to be hard to see through that yikes.
We're going to have a lot of big yikes on it.
I did not know that was a real movie.
What, the giant Gila monster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Real movie that we will be watching in the future.
Definitely not just an iguana.
No. Not at all.
It's a monster.
For real. Giant monster. That movie I have actually seen, and hey, I mean, you do what you can with what you've got. It had a bigger budget than this movie. This movie's budget was $123,000, which,
where did it go?
Where did it go? Exactly. The cardboard set. You had to buy enough cigarettes to be able to blow the smoke on it to make it look like they'd been there for a long time.
You had to fill out that bar.
$100,000 of it was the bar.
Mostly the bar. You got to get the top shelf stuff because, 1959 audiences' eyes are going to be trained to it to see from just the lids. Okay, what brand? What are is it the top shelf, or they just buy cheap stuff?
Otherwise, they're going to say, "Hey, this movie's unrealistic."
You're going to say this movie sucks. It's not true to life, because I would never have that kind of bar in my home.
My favorite part so far is that they're doing nothing to prepare. Like, there's like an invasion happening on the house.
They're in pretty dire straits.
Right.
And he's just been flirting with this chick the whole time. That's his whole plan.
Yeah, there's no planning. It's very reactionary.
We just went to break, and they were walking out of the house, and they have no weapons. They have nothing. They're not armed in any way. They're just like, it's clear we can go outside. Like, what? There's Killer Shrews. That's the thing, is that the lead doesn't care enough to know that there are killer shrews, and the scientists are, for whatever reason, pussyfooting around saying, "Hey, there's all these killer shrews loose." And
also, okay, so didn't they say that the shrews only hunt at night?
Yes, they
because
did
of
say
they're photosensitive. Why don't they just leave? They have a boat.
They have a fucking boat. Exactly. We could probably poke holes in the plot all night.
He's waiting
long.
on Rook to get back to let him know that it's docked properly with the rope.
Right. It's been 12 hours. Alright, it's just going to be another 8. Rook usually comes back in 20. I let him do whatever he wants for 18 hours after the 2 that it takes him to get the boat docked.
I'll just have another drink and flirt with this lady.
Yeah.
But
Let me
first,
make you a drink.
But first, let's all open all these windows. There's a hurricane coming through.
That's the preeminent danger.
That's pretty much, you're caught up now if you're just joining us. That's pretty much what's happening.
You're just tuning in.
You're just tuning in. So, the body count's 2.
Who's next?
I don't know.
Are we going to get a third?
I mean, surely we are.
You guys want to take bets on who?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the woman.
I think it's going to be her father.
I think the old guy.
Yeah, the old guy for sure. I think he's next.
Actually, you know, I'm going to change my bet. I think it's going to be the other guy, the guy who was in bed earlier.
Jerry?
With his
Jerry.
Jerry?
Yeah, I think he's
Jerry.
All right, I'm writing
Jerry's
this down.
gonna bite it.
Evan has Jerry. And,
what are the odds here, Fresh? The bookies numbers 0 to 100.
Hang on. I'm still getting all the bets. Hang on.
And I don't know bullshit about betting.
So I have the woman. That's plus 200. Evan's got Jerry. It's a pretty safe bet, so we're gonna put that at about a negative 150. All right, Garrett, who do you have?
all right. I have Dr. Craigus.
Oh, the guy's fucking tucks his tie in.
Old man Craigus.
Old man tucks his tie.
Old man tie tuck, we call him.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The tightest tuck. The tightest, snuggest tuck.
All right, we got it. We got it on the books, boys. I'm sending this over to DraftKings right now.
Perfect. Sweet. Hell yeah. That's how we take the betting to the next level here on the stream.
Welcome to our new gambling segment.
Well, we always take bets. Now we're just taking it to a legitimate level.
No more bets.
All right, all bets are off, folks.
I'm all in. No, I'm just kidding. All right, well, Fresh, if you have it queued up.
Yes, sir.
All right, then we're going to get into the exciting conclusion of the Killer Shrews. So here we go.
Why are they?
Why are you doing that right now?
Why are you feeling so safe?
Long time for this.
None of them brought a gun.
First date.
They know.
Right. The sunlight is just so beautiful here, and the temperature's just so mild. Isn't this the
I'll be back at
perfect
the
weather?
bend shortly. Now you watch for my signal.
You can't go alone.
I'll go with him.
Not you, Father. You haven't even fired a gun.
The guy you got right here.
Sure.
Yeah, the old man with the high pants and the tuck tie and the glasses, and he's the father, the director of Serpico. Yeah.
Everybody's a crooked cop.
Crooked cop. He also did the 70s Murder on the Orient Express. Like, he did a lot of cool stuff.
a movie where the main character dies and then there's a new main character.
I've always wanted to do one of those, and I know there are movies like that, but that idea has always intrigued me as well. Well, that's kind of what Psycho is, technically, because you're following Janet Leigh's character, and then she gets murdered in the shower, and then you're following her sister.
What did we watch recently that was kind of like that?
Well, in season 1 we watched City of the Dead, and then we watched Dementia 13, which was a Psycho ripoff,
right?
Quote unquote, for sure. It is just Game of Thrones.
Yeah, is it Game of Thrones? I don't know.
Technically, yes.
Who even is the main character of Game of Thrones?
Well, you know they're making a Jon Snow like sequel series, like Kit Harington's coming back.
Okay. Is the ending gonna suck?
Probably. If it's written by the same two dudes, probably.
Can we get a yikes?
What was it?
He's whistling for his buddy like a dog.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe that's not a good thing.
Did
I gave you a big yikes for that.
So did Rook fail to tie up the boat because it's just gone now? The like rowboat.
Can't swim.
Yeah, he did. They got him up
Here.
to tie it. But he was tying up the big boat. That's what I don't understand.
Give you a gun.
Oh. But he still had to tie the rowboat to the dock when he got back. Yeah.
Right.
Wasn't that it?
I guess there was a hurricane. There was a hurricane, right?
Okay.
So maybe that's it. Maybe that's the.
Maybe
that has something to do with it. I don't know.
I like how the hurricane just didn't happen at the house.
And that guy conveniently can't swim, so they can't get out to the boat.
Oh God. Oh.
That's sad.
That is, yeah. That's.
Everybody, make sure you know how to swim. It might come in handy someday.
Water safety is huge.
They don't leave much, do they?
Sherman, we gotta make a deal for it. What is it? Shh.
They've been trailing us on both sides.
Trailers.
I didn't see anything.
Trail.
Look, Sherman, you gotta give me a gun.
We gotta cross the river, get him off the scent.
Whatever you do, don't you run. You stay in front of me, because I don't trust you.
You're a sneaky sumbitch.
You go first.
Why doesn't he trust him? Is he afraid he's gonna turn him over to the shrews?
Well, because he's a... Remember, like, when they came, he pushed the girl out of the way?
Okay.
He's a fucking coward.
Open the gate!
He doesn't know that.
That's a giant shrew! Oh my god!
Yeah,
Wow,
don't let this guy out. Like, yeah. Bad backup. Don't give this guy a gun.
Oh shit. Let him in, you fuck.
Oh, they cannot climb. Remember that, guys? Remember that foreshadowing?
Classic.
They can burrow.
Bang,
Guys,
boom.
don't you think there are more important things to be doing?
Right.
No, let's fight each other.
Yeah, I would prefer to hide in the closet. I just caused all this, but I have no... I don't want to be involved in this fight. This is classic stock music, dude. This sounds like the same library SpongeBob pulls from. Throw him over. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I love
Jim
it.
Henson Creature Shop.
He has a gun. Just shoot the shrews.
There's not like infinite shrews.
There's
right?
3 of them.
Yeah.
All right, didn't he have it coming, or didn't he?
Yeah, but if we kill them all, the next wave spawns.
Yeah, we've got some ruses over here.
He killed me twice in the last 5 minutes. Brooke came ashore last night. He's dead. This all was left. Won't do us any good. It's got no ammo.
Thank you, Jerry.
I'm deeply sorry, Captain. I wish I'd followed your orders. Look, Doctor, you casually mentioned animals. You didn't explain to us what we were facing out there. Every right to feel the way you do.
Alright, you guys would just walk off set and... Okay. Alright, we got a two-hander going now. It's gonna buy us another 5 minutes of the movie, hopefully. We just have to get this, 70 minutes. And then we got a double feature going with Gila Monster. And they actually, unlike a lot of regional films, they distributed this overseas,
I could use some coffee.
in
I'll make some.
all these different countries.
Oh! I feel like I've seen that shot before.
That looks so good.
Slam the door!
You don't close it, slam it.
He just ripped my trousers, that's all.
I'm
sure that's all. I'm completely aware of
You're
it.
fucking dead.
Oh,
dude.
none of us
You're
picked
fucking
Clark Kent.
Dead. No, we did not. No, we forgot about him, dude. Wow, the dark horse in the race. Look at that.
Banging him. Let's go.
Fucking idiot. They were just talking about they're out of ammo.
Every one of them a clean mess. There's still 4 of them in there.
How did he know they missed?
It was a clean miss.
Yeah, that's true. He wouldn't know that until he opened the door.
Yeah.
I'm typing that I know I'm about to die right now, and we all are gonna read this letter, and I will have fallen over, and then the.
He's dead.
Oh.
It says the castle.
Castle?
He must have died while writing it.
Bum, bum.
Don't you think you could have been?
I was thinking the exact same thing. If they're out of bullets, they could at least make like a Molotov cocktail.
Well, again, this
Or we
ain't.
can make a regular cocktail. Can I make you a drink?
This ain't Night of the Living Dead here, alright? Even though it's a bunch of people under siege trapped in a house, they're not making Molotov cocktails like Night of the Living Dead.
I would be pulling a plank out or something. I mean, a board, a pole, something.
Get a hold of yourself.
Get a grip, what is... Fucking airplane over here.
Oh, there it is. Quick, but they can't burrow through this couch.
Yeah, they burrow through the cement, but they'll not be getting through this fabric couch.
They're gonna hate the splinters.
Where else they're digging too.
Oh no, the bar! Is that the bar?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Oh no, the bar!
Yeah.
The budget! They were half the budget. That was an improv. We didn't know he was gonna do that.
That wasn't scripted.
It wasn't scripted at all.
enough stuff here to barricade those walls. I'll tell you, we'll pile some of those crates up over there. The roof's all out.
It looks like they've got a barrel full of
fireworks. Ah!
Or they've got like a barrel full of like axe handles or something.
Yeah, it's just like tools.
Assorted tools in a barrel. Tools in a barrel. Buy them at your local Toys R Us. Give your kid a pickaxe, a hoe, a shovel, a rake.
Oh,
fucking asshole.
Use these chemical drums as tanks.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Or just under the wooden wall.
What? What? What is he doing? Surely they won't get through whatever I'm...
Uh-oh. Is this the Huracan?
Wait, what just happened?
I think those are special, like, shrew-proof planks.
They can't burn metal.
What do you have all this time to weld up some fucking contraption?
Hang on, get the acetylene torch going.
Get some rope and put it on that latch so we can reach it from the ground.
Is he MacGyver now?
Pretty much, it seems like.
We're gonna spot weld our way out of this.
Yeah.
He
This is why I went to grade school.
He got black eyes like a doll's eyes. Ah.
Uh-oh.
They did go to school for this.
Yeah, he was just messing around a second ago. He was just waiting for the, shrew.
Wait, what are they doing?
I don't know. Is this some kind of bomb?
No, I think they're all gonna get in there. That's what I think.
Thing is, since she's probably not gonna have any role other than like look at the hero and be utterly like unfortunately useless. They don't give her anything to do.
That they are going to get in these barrels and then to weld the barrels together and tie them with rope is beyond me. And it also doesn't solve the fact that Jerry still can't swim.
Right, exactly.
I mean, are they gonna float the barrels out there like a raft?
Oh, that might be what they're doing. Yeah, nice buoyant raft with all those holes.
Yeah, with all those holes.
Perfect. This will float for sure.
We've built a shrew-proof tank. We're invincible.
Alright, 1,
Ready?
2.
Ready.
Okay, here they come.
I can't wait to see this. Oh! Oh! Come on, I want to see their feet. Ah!
This is their grand.
Are they hunting during the day? That's my question. I just
Right,
forgot that part.
Right. Yeah.
What do you think they put in those things to make the dogs want to like jump all over it? Like
steak.
Yeah.
Steak.
Put some ham in there.
Yeah.
Man, what's the matter?
Put some peanut butter in the barrel.
Pam your size dragon, even though you have the empty barrel for Jerry, like you have to carry all of it. Why's your side dragon? Pick up the slack, woman.
She's keeping her eyes closed. All right, keep your eyes closed. They can't get at you through the slit.
Ah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't understand why it needs to be tied together.
I'll be all right in a minute.
All right, you walk. I'll drag for a while. Listen, don't let their head get under. They'll flip us over.
Honestly, I don't hate that shot.
No.
I don't mind a good POV.
One of the few good shots in the film. Without a doubt.
Well, I mean, like we say, you know, even in the worst of films, there's always some kind of artistry to enjoy.
Again, this was Ray Kellogg's the first film he directed.
And he made money off of it, so...
Well, so the producer, Gordon McLendon, the producer who played Dr. Baines...
That's pretty good.
He said that he quintupled his investment.
Check your foot.
Check your foot. What?
Great line.
Is there a scratch?
I mean, you'll know in like 30 seconds,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
Your side is dragging more. You pick it up.
She's not gonna turn into a zombie. She'll just drop dead if it.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's not like there's any danger. It's like
Right.
she's just gonna die.
This movie is this fucking heavy ass contraption they welded together. This is talk about like the most like cumbersome way to escape like killing monsters.
Yeah, I have never seen a more ridiculous solution.
We're gonna construct a dome to keep us safe, and it's gonna be fine. And then we'll float on.
Can the shrews not go in the water?
There's holes in the. No, I guess not.
Doesn't sound like they're following us anymore.
I guess
There's
not.
holes in the top, which would push all that air out that they're trying to keep in. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I'm about drowned out.
Okay, let's swim for it.
Okay.
I was waiting for her to admit right then that she couldn't swim.
And at that point, I would say, "Girl, bye. I am getting to this
Girl,
boat."
bye.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice like the person that was in the water for the doctor had a full head of hair?
Did he have a swim double?
Yep, for
Wow.
sure.
We are safe, aren't we? I mean, the store.
Sure. She wrote out the first half.
Well,
all right.
you won, Evan.
Anyway, writing it
Hey,
out, get a chance
well,
to learn a little more about that Swedish accent.
yeah, I guess he did die, didn't he?
24 hours,
Yeah.
there'll be one
Yeah.
shrew left on the island, and he'll be dead of starvation. An excellent example of overpopulation.
Well, you know something, Doctor?
What's that?
I don't
Don't
give a
worry about
shit.
overpopulation just yet.
You know what, doctor? I'm gonna fuck your daughter. That's what he just said.
Literally.
He made eyes at his daughter, said, "Get ready.
Yeah.
We're having grandkids."
What are you gonna do about
Wow.
it? Wow.
All right. Well, that was the Killer Shrews, and
All right. So I'm not to rub it in, guys, but I guess I did win our little wager. I will be awaiting my shrew NFT.
Well, I can only pay you in shrew coin, so I hope that you're okay with that.
Yeah, I can pay, yes. Shrew bucks.
I'm expecting a huge dividend. I think shrew coin is going to it's going to the moon.
Right.
As
right,
they
right,
say.
right. Well, you know, with inflation these days, I mean, the value on the dollar has never been higher, but due to the price value index of the Richter scale, it's all incumbent on the force of the sphentricular flux capacitor.
Okay, thank you, Kai Rizdal. This has been Planet Money.
So that was kind of a ridiculous ending. I don't think that I've seen many like horror sci-fi movies end with the characters being able to make a contraption that keeps them safe enough to
it was the most MacGyvered solution I've ever seen.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, they were certainly flying by the seat of their pants. It was all improv. I mean, it was not, I mean, you can tell. I mean, the thing almost bit her freaking feet off. I don't know. Did not seem like the smartest idea, but hey, you got to keep the plot going. I mean, how do you keep it interesting? Yeah, I mean, but still, I mean, that shot when the shrew came through the door, and remember when it busted through the living room? I mean, it was a pretty good jump scare.
It's pretty good.
You gotta give them credit where credit is due. There are some pretty good, and even later on in the movie, I think there's some good shots of the shrew puppets, but it's still,
Yeah, I mean, even if the plot of this movie is a little silly and the characters are pretty weak, but there is some good stuff in it. We make fun of the fact that the shrews are just dogs, but the costumes, they're not terrible.
No.
And a lot of the close-ups, they're really not bad. I mean, there's some fairly good shots on there, especially around the water. Stuff around the trees isn't bad.
Right.
Jerry's death scene, I thought was pretty good.
Right. Well, and he was a good actor. He was put a lot into it, and again, the puppets really aren't bad, and the look, and even when it's the dogs, it's the costumes aren't bad, but it just, it's right.
It's right. Good, is what you're saying.
And the whole idea of like, would you really believe that a giant shrew would bust through your door? Again, you brought up Tremors earlier, Evan, and again, that idea that just some giant, anything that a normal everyday thing, it seems like a worm or a shrew or a spider or an ant or whatever, all of a sudden is like magnified to some degree. I mean, that is, the idea itself is scary, but then when you factor in, okay, could this really happen? You're like, okay, well, I'm not scared in that sense. It's more, I have fun with the idea. I mean, so what it does is that this whole thing brings me to the question of, like, tonight we've been talking about giant monsters in general. The idea of, because last week we were doing Wolfmen, we were doing the Mad Monster. The week before that, we were doing Ape Core. We were doing Killer Apes. So we've had these, like animal, human, we just had these kind of animalistic monsters. So it's this idea of the animalistic monster, the giant monster, versus like a madman, someone like a Karloff or a Lugosi, where it's more that person could kill you. Like, what is scarier? It's an interesting question to pose.
It's a good question. It kind of gets at
monster versus madman.
Well, sure, it's kind of man versus man, question mark, versus man versus nature.
Right.
And I don't know that you could really say which is, necessarily scarier, but
you can't really answer that question, but we can keep expounding on it next week, because next week's film is a movie called The Invisible Ghost from 1941, starring Bela Lugosi.
There he is.
And
there's our guy.
It is a psychological horror thriller. There's murder, there's intrigue, but there's not. It's called The Invisible Ghost, but I will just say that Lugosi is the person to be afraid of.
Fair.
I won't.
They are.
Most ghosts are invisible.
Exactly. I don't want to address the fact that the title's stupid. That it's an inaccurate, like, whatever. It is what it is.
Man, Bela Lugosi's he's been invisible in a lot of things this season.
He has, but he will not be in. That's what I'm saying. He's not going to be. There's not. Okay, I don't want to spoil. I'm not going to spoil it.
It's not a spoiler, it's a teaser.
But just suffice to say that Lugosi won't be invisible, and Lugosi will be the person that you should be afraid of. And in a way that's very real. And the idea that, like, you know, a killer, the idea that you could get something like that in a psychological vein in 1941 is not necessarily something that we think about now, but through the beauty of the public domain, we had a great movie called The Invisible Ghost, which the director was a very good director. It was I think his first movie for Monogram. We saw Voodoo Man, which technically isn't public domain. We saw Ape Man. So we're gonna watch Invisible Ghost.
The Visible Ghost.
Well, yes. Again, I'm not spoiling anything, but there's not much invisibility to the plot. That's not really a thing.
It's very intriguing. I can't wait until next week.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited.
The Invisible Ghost.
It is a movie I've seen a lot, and the more I've watched it, the more I've liked it. Not even necessarily. You can poke holes in the story all you want, but it's some of the shots, it's some of the implications, it's some of the... Get out of here with your links, Fresh. I knew he's been whipping up a shrew NFT the whole time. That was the whole thing, that we were doing the stream, he was painting in real time his latest shrew NFT.
I'm gonna expect this to be in my Ethereum wallet.
Right.
Yeah, give me your Ethereum address.
Okay, I'll give you my password.
Yeah, exactly.
But
if you type it in chat, it shows up as all stars.
Right.
Hang on, I'll show you. If you put your password in chat, it shows up as all stars for everyone except for you.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay,
for you guys, right?
Great.
Okay, yes, perfect.
So everybody in the audience, please type in your Ethereum password and username.
We are all in. We're invested. We're locked in. So, let's see. So far, I'm very excited for next week. Bela Lugosi, Poverty Row, Monogram. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tonight was great. Killer Shrews, really cheesy, really... I'm not going to say boring, but, just, a lot of, like, back and forth, and we're in this house, but we're, constantly moving around, but it's still, hey, Evan, you got odds. You won.
This was pre Night of the Living Dead, right?
9 to 10 years before.
Do you see many movies in this time period being this kind of siege kind of?
There's a couple. They're not really explicitly horror. There's some that are more, and again, there's a lot that comes out of the tradition of the mystery film, the idea of the old dark house, like genre trope of a bunch of people are trapped in a house over the night, and one by one, people are being killed by somebody, and they gotta figure out who the killer is, and different people have different interests in what's going on, and
House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah, very much. House on Haunted Hill is a late stage entry, but that is a whole like subgenre of movie that we will get to, that I don't even know if we've gotten to on the stream yet, but we will. Like, I kind of like worked out some subgenres like before the show even started, and the like old dark house genre, there's a lot, and I don't even think we've shown one yet. We've covered a lot of other
Stay
genres.
tuned. We'll get to it.
We've got our ape core. We've got our wolf wave. We gotta call the German expressionist stuff something, because then I can make a playlist for that. Even though it's boring, we can come up with some clever name for our German expressionist films and our silent movies, as boring as they are. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, Evan and Fresh. It has been a pleasure as always. You know, I hope that the movie, I hope that you weren't too scared. I hope you'll be able to sleep well and not think that killer shrews are going to bite you and kill you within 30 seconds with their poisonous venom.
I'm terrified. I don't even know if a 10-foot fence around my house will save me now.
I'm going to build a tank out of various metal barrels.
Hey, you don't think that the people at your complex will have an issue with that?
Well, you see, here in Colorado, a man once built a tank out of a bulldozer and bulldozed the entire town. So I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
It didn't stop him.
You might, yeah, right. You might
No
be able to get by.
shrews, no killer shrews stopped that guy. So
right,
and,
that's true.
Not to say correlation causes causation, but hey, everybody, keep that tie tucked in.
It's just right down into the belt. You might as well into the underwear. You might as well go all the way down. It just makes sense. If you're wearing a tie, you don't want to get chip dip on it. You don't want it to like get into the urinal if you're laying in it. Whatever the case may be. So tuck it in. You guys, thank you so much for joining us. You can catch past episodes of the stream on our YouTube page, which you can find in a panel below. If you're watching us on Twitch right now, we've got all of the past episodes of the regular stream, the mini-sodes. We will, there's other exclusive content we will upload there. Our Instagram page, you can see what movie we're going to be watching next week. You can see the drink that we will be pairing with the movie for what were you drinking. So check that out on Instagram. That's at Scream Stream Show. You can see some fun memes, good stuff on our Twitter at Scream Stream Show. You can enjoy the stylings of Fresh Rogan at
freshrogan.com.
freshrogan.com. He's got a Twitter page. He's got a Instagram, all that good
YouTube
stuff.
Page. Like
YouTube
me on
page.
YouTube as well. I'm everywhere, bro.
He's
I'm in every
everywhere.
little pocket. You know what I'm saying?
And again, on his YouTube page, every once in a while, he has some hot takes on some current events, which he is always vigorously researching and always has some good insight. So check that out.
Right. Keeping us fresh, keeping us abreast.
Right. Abreast, fresh and abreast. Exactly.
Is
That's
true.
your catchphrase. Evan, anything you want to plug or anything, again, that I haven't mentioned that you always usually help me remember?
I think we're good. I think that's the show.
All right. Yes. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, chat. Sweet Feet, Sierra, Fresh, Cylarn, the usual suspects. You guys are great always. Bye. Love you guys. Everybody, take it easy. Sweet screams.
Wish, please.